Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Power of the Tribe. Again, this is Get Ready for Your LinkedIn Makeover. Today, I am really grateful to have Rhonda Sher with us. She's beyond a LinkedIn guru, and she also leads with generosity. And I'm just so grateful, and I'm going to take it away. Rhonda, so glad you're here with us.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here too. And, we're in a time, Maureen, when LinkedIn is more important than ever. I mean, for most of us, we're in some kind of a lockdown or quarantine, right? Where we're not attending events live. In fact, you'll get a kick out of this. I jokingly say I have a black belt in shopping. And I just found out that Steinmart, my favorite store, is actually locked down till the end of the month. So I guess there's a message there somewhere. But yeah, so what I want to really talk about today are just some strategies that people can, start doing immediately on LinkedIn to generate some new business potentially, to revive some old relationships. And, I don't know if you know this or not, but back in October of 2015, Microsoft bought LinkedIn for 26 point something billion dollars. And that was a game changer because it became more of a pay to play. In other words, a lot of the things that we got for free, we don't get for free anymore. And now, if you're really serious about leveraging the platform, you're going to want to use the paid version of LinkedIn. So the best way to show people is just using a real profile. So why don't you bring yours up? And you can be our guinea pig.
Okay.
And, this is for you, but it's really for everybody so that they can look at their profiles and see some things. And really, I talk about the 3 Ps, right? The first one is presentation. The second one is prospecting. And the third one is profit. So bring up your profile and let's talk about some ways, some of the things that you're doing right, some of the things you could be doing better, and some of the ways that you're leaving money on the table.
Okay. No, I love this. And again, when we're at a time where we are working from home, and a lot of people are regrouping,
Yeah,
we get to stand for them
absolutely.
and lead this. So I'm thrilled that we're doing this work together. All right, let's see here. Here I am, and oh, there I am.
There you are.
Okay.
Awesome. So first thing, great headshot. Look at the smile. Really great. You can see it's a beautiful picture. You have the banner. And one of the things that a lot of people don't do, Maureen, is they don't put a banner on their profile. They just default to what LinkedIn gives them, which is the basic blue screen. Now you can go and create a banner with a free piece of software called Canva, canva.com. Now yours says the power of the tribe, welcome home 2020. And that's your branding. So whatever your branding happens to be, that's what you want to put there. Now, just as an example, let's look right underneath your name. And it says helping women entrepreneurs up-level their lives and business through the power of female friendship. Okay. In other words, what it doesn't say, which is exactly awesome, is it doesn't have your job title because LinkedIn will default to your job title. Makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
So type in my name for a second up in the box, and I just want to show you
Oh, there
what,
you are.
there I am. Okay. So I just want to show you as an example, not that mine is any better or anything else, but you'll notice on mine, there's a little gold button after my name. The gold button tells you, after it says first, there's
Oh,
that
right
gold button.
here. Ooh.
And that tells you that I'm either a premium member, which means that I can see who's looked at my profile, or I'm using Sales Navigator. Okay. And why that's important is because using Sales Navigator, it allows me to have so many more filters to search with. Okay.
So
So when
I
you,
don't know what that is. So let's step back a little bit and what is Sales Navigator? That's part of the paid program. Tell us
it's
about
part
this.
of the paid program, and what it does is it shows you the ability to search in a much more expansive way. So after we go through this, if we have some time, I'll actually show you how to do a quick search on Navigator, which is so much fun.
Okay, cool.
So what you see is after you see my name, I actually made my last name lead generation expert. Okay, so that just basically is a keyword for me. And you'll notice also, this is one of the tips that I share. I think it's important to put your phone number on LinkedIn. However, don't put your cell phone number, get a Google Voice, a Grasshopper, get something that, screens your calls. So if you see that phone number there, you're going to get my Google Voice. You don't want to put your cell phone number because most people do not answer the phone from people that they don't know.
True.
Okay. So when you look under my headline, it says LinkedIn speaker, LinkedIn profile makeover. I help you get more business using LinkedIn, LinkedIn help for sales professionals, realtors, speakers, coaches, and business owners. I show you how to use LinkedIn. When you look just at that, there is no doubt what I do. You know exactly what I do. So let's jump back to your profile.
Okay. I'm going to go back to me. I can just park to me, right?
Yep,
There
just
we
go
go.
right to you. There you go.
There we go.
Okay. So do you see on the right where it says people also viewed? So it's right underneath on the right-hand side. It says edit public profile, use another language, and then people also viewed. On the right-hand side, right there. And you see that list of names? It says Tom Moreland.
Um,
Go over to the right column.
oh, okay. Okay. You mean this right?
That right. Yeah, my right, which is your left, right?
Okay.
So that is a default. And what that does, Maureen, and it's really interesting, is it's kind of like Amazon. Everybody shops on Amazon. And when you go to checkout on Amazon, Amazon in their brilliant marketing says, oh my gosh, you might like. And before you know it, you buy two more things that you didn't really plan on buying because they're suggesting, right?
Okay.
Well, LinkedIn is very similar. They're saying, well, if you've looked at Maureen Ryan Blake, you might also want to look at, and then they give you a list of people to look at. That's a privacy setting that you can turn off. Okay. So if you've worked really hard to get somebody to your profile, you want to know how to keep them on your profile. Make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
So let's scroll down a little bit and let's go to the about section.
Okay.
Okay. Now, in the about section, the first 3 lines are the most important. And the reason is because look what happens. It says about, and then it comes to those little words, see more. So yours says, Maureen Ryan Blake graduated from SUNY Stony Brook with 2 advanced degrees in education and leadership and 20th century American diplomatic history. Maureen began her career working for Wall Street. So here's the thing. You're not looking for a job, are you?
No.
No. So your first 3 lines need to tell people, what do you do and who do you do it for? So they're going to click see more. Does
Right.
that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
So let's click see more on you. Okay. And by the way, always write this in first person. It says about, so people want to know you are one of the most relatable people. You're warm, you're friendly. People want to get to know who you are. So what you really want to do is write it in first person. So your second paragraph tells us that you're the founder and creator of a luxury candle company. And what your mission is to serve female entrepreneurs and working moms, help them find their tribe of friends and the next level of life and success, right? And then it talks about the power of the tribe. Here's what is, and it should be written in first person, but here's what's not in here. Who are you? Who is this amazing woman? You are a mom. If you weren't a mom, you probably wouldn't be doing this for that particular tribe. Isn't that true?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and there's a backstory behind why you're doing this and why you created this, because you really are a powerhouse. However, when I look at your profile, I don't know why I should join your tribe, what the power of the tribe is, what you do. If you flip back to my profile for a second, we'll just use that as a quick example. So just go back to mine.
Let's go to your
Scroll
tribe,
down.
right? Okay.
Yep, so scroll down. So my first couple of lines say, I help entrepreneurs, business owners, coaches, speakers, and sales professionals generate 2 to 10 appointments a week on LinkedIn. Done for you LinkedIn profile optimization, coaching, lead generation, keynote speakers. Now you know what I do, right?
Right from the
So
beginning. Yep.
click see more. Now I'm telling you what my background is, okay? So, and again, this is one of the things that's really interesting about LinkedIn. People don't like to talk about themselves. I mean, you have degrees, you've accomplished things, and yet you don't brag. This isn't bragging, these are credentials, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So here, I talk about myself as being a best-selling author. I'm a keynote speaker. I'm certified in DISC. I'm certified as a face reader. It says NLP Master Practitioner. I have to update that. I'm actually Train the Trainer certified in NLP.
Wow.
And I've upgraded and optimized, that should say over 500 profiles. I haven't even upgraded my own. And then I want people to start thinking. So I ask a couple questions, and this is part of the training. Have you ever Googled yourself? If you Google yourself and you do not have a common name, there's a 70% chance that you're going to show up with your LinkedIn profile on the first page of Google. So you want your LinkedIn profile to have you show up as your best self. Okay. And then scroll down just a little bit further, okay? Because this is what should be on your profile and everybody's profile. What are the services that you offer? So, Maureen, if I said to you, what services do you offer? How would you answer that question?
We are a perpetual mastermind for female entrepreneurs, and we provide a supporting network for accountability coaches as well as business and personal development.
And guess what? That's awesome. And people need that more than ever right now. And it doesn't show up on your profile. So keep in mind that people are basically lazy. Okay. It's just our nature. We're typically lazy. So you want to stand in the shoes of the ideal prospect, the ideal client, the ideal referral partner. What do they want to know about you? Because you're just looking to jump on a call with them, right?
Correct.
Or for some people, they want to send them to a webinar. You want them to take some kind of action, right?
Right.
So the other thing that's really important is you want to have third-party testimonials, right? So this is not the recommendation section. This is what other people have said. So if you look on mine, Kirk is one of my clients, and it says, Rhonda's proven process generated additional $50,000 in revenue in just a few months. Okay. In 1 month of working with Rhonda, I generated $40,000. You want the third party proof, okay? Then scroll down a little bit further and you'll see my contact info. Now here's a little secret. We talked about the phone number. You can use Grasshopper, you can use a Google Voice. I mean, it doesn't matter. Just don't give them your direct cell phone number. The other thing that I recommend is, because you will get people that will send you emails, okay? Even though if somebody connects with you, that does not mean you have granted them permission to email you, okay? It just means you've granted them permission to connect with you. However, there are some people that would rather ask for forgiveness than permission, and so they will start emailing. So the way that you get around that is create an email that anybody from LinkedIn is going to be using that particular email. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So that's another little tidbit. So let's go back to your profile.
Okay.
There we go.
I don't think I have really any contact. What
Well,
I
let's look. Go up a little bit and look at your contact information. Let's see what you have in your contact info right there. It says 500 connections. So the magic number is 500 plus.
and
Let's look at your
explain that a little bit too. I mean, I know that that's where it just also starts to show.
Yeah, so LinkedIn considers you quote unquote an all-star. Okay. It just means that your profile is complete or more complete. So the magic number is that you have 501 connections.
Mhm.
See, it says 500 plus,
Right.
right?
Okay.
So if you see on a profile that somebody has 500 plus, it means that they pretty much put some time into this so that they could actually get, 500 connections.
Okay.
So let's click on your contact information and take a look and see what it says. So first thing we see is your URL, right? Now that's not personalized,
No.
okay? And if you were going to send people to your LinkedIn profile, what you would want to do is personalize it so that it's linkedin.com/in/my, Maureen Ryan Blake, or it might be /power of the tribe, whatever you want to put there so that you can send people to your profile. Every piece of correspondence that I send out, everything, including my business card and just about everything, has my LinkedIn URL on it. In fact, I don't even do much with the website. I just send everybody to LinkedIn.
Okay.
Then you have your email,
Which is
but
not
guess
even, it's not the right email anymore either.
so you have the wrong email, there's no phone number, and there's no website.
And I have a beautiful website. Mm.
So you're like what I like to say, you're in witness protection. Easy to fix, right? We just want to get you out of witness protection. So you want to make sure that if you want people to find you, because you're growing your tribe,
Right.
make sure all the contact information is filled out. Makes sense?
I mean, hello, right?
Yeah. I mean, so that would be the first thing that I would do. And by the way that you do all of that is you see that little pencil there?
Mhm.
Whenever you want to make changes on LinkedIn, just click the pencil and that will take you everywhere you want to go. See, there you go. Perfect, right? You want to add your website?
My website, which then is able to then have them so they can contact me.
Exactly.
And
Yep.
this, I'm going to make a pretty link, basically.
Exactly. You're going to personalize your URL,
Okay.
right?
And now, so can I change this email?
Yes.
I can.
You can, and you will need to put your current password in, and then LinkedIn will send you a verification because they want to make sure that somebody else is not hijacking your account and changing your password. Okay, and changing your email. So it takes a couple steps, but that's what you want to do. Okay.
Okay.
So let's just close that out, and let's scroll down a little. And let's look at, so now we see the about section and we know that you want to change that and you want to put your contact info in there, right?
Okay.
And also I recommend that in your about section that you do a couple things. One, if you have sample clients, I would list them, okay? And if you don't want to put their specific names because you think somebody might, want to go and steal your clients, and that happens, you can put sample industries, right? You don't have to be that specific. The other thing that you want to make sure that you do is put something personal about you. So I'll give you an example. One of my clients is a land banker and in San Diego. And, the truth is that there's just nothing really sexy about land banking, right? Buying land in the Antelope Valley is just not something that people jump up and down about, right? However, the gal, her name is Jen Flynn. She's actually an Air Force vet, and she's purchased over 11 or 12 pieces of land. And the profit that she's generated from that, she has actually started an orphanage in Vietnam.
Well, that's fabulous.
So when you look at the about section, you don't just know about her as a land banker. You know about her as somebody who's doing something really good in the world, who served our country.
Okay.
And it makes it easy to relate. So I don't put my story about how I married my husband twice. Okay. That's
We
not,
already we did put it out there though.
it's a fun story. I did an article, I think, on Valentine's Day a few years ago, and I posted it on LinkedIn. I think I called it Love in LinkedIn, but it's not in my story. But what is in there is, I want people to know I'm in a very crowded space. Okay. There's so many people who do what I do. So what I want people to know is, look, these are my credentials. I don't just teach this, I do it, right? I do it for myself. So you want people to get your story. So let's scroll down a little bit more on yours. This is
I'm
actually
starting to feel like I didn't do my homework now. So here we go.
no. This is just very fun. Okay. So there you've got, you're talking about the power of the tribe and the summit.
Hey,
And they're actually
I have a quick question for you, and this all needs to
sure.
be updated. So when I was doing a trying to so next will be the LinkedIn summit that I'm hosting, and I'm grateful you're being a speaker. So I'm going to put that there so they can register. But every time I do something like that with like to put in, it's not giving me the picture, even though I did that. Why? What am I doing?
Sometimes it's I'm not sure how you're putting it in there, but when we get offline, I'll show you. Sometimes
Cool.
LinkedIn has a glitch.
Mhm.
And it just may be the way that you've saved it. So I'll show you how to do that.
Fabulous.
The
Okay.
other thing that I would say is, you want to get as many people as possible to watch this summit, to participate, to register.
Yes.
So, one of the things that you may want to do is create an event, and we don't have time to do that right now, but I can show you.
Okay.
Create an event and then invite people to come to the event.
Right.
There's a way to do that. And then also in your posting, you could post it on LinkedIn as well. And when you get really active in posting and you start tagging, that's how you start getting a lot of traction. And I know I'm getting a little advanced, but that's how you start to get the traction. So let's scroll down a little bit. And you see you are an all-star. See where it says right there, all-star.
Ooh, I
So
like that.
So you don't have the paid version, so we can't see who those 290 people are that viewed you in the last 90 days. Okay. If you have the paid version, you can see that. You have 56 post views, and in the last week, you showed up in 68 search appearances. So
Okay.
68 people searched you in the last week. Okay. So now let's go down and we can see that you have 689 people following you. Okay. And are you posting on a regular basis or?
I get to now, though. I'm going to be diligent about it starting today.
So when you start posting, one of the things that you want to do is you want to start liking and following other people who are posting and sharing their posts. Because that's where some real magic starts to happen.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. If we were in my profile, we'll go over to my profile for a second.
Back up. Yes.
Go back over to mine. Okay. And let's go to scroll down. We're going to look at posts. Okay. So go up a little bit to activity. Where are we? Okay. So see where it says see all. Okay. So let's click on that. Now click on posts. Third thing in.
Okay.
Okay. So that was a repost. Okay. So scroll down a little bit. It was Mark Cuban, right? Scroll down. Now I want you to take a look. Okay, stop. So now I reposted. Okay. This was not original. This was somebody else posted it. But notice I had 100 people that liked that post. So you go up, up. Okay. So you see the little blue, the first thing on it says there's a blue, a red, and a green. Click on the blue where it says 100 right above it. Go up.
Yeah.
Right
Okay.
up the blue. Okay.
That.
Click on the blue. Go over to the left. There you go. Click on that.
Oh.
Now, this is a repost. Okay. I did not do anything original. I just took somebody else's post that I thought was cool and I put a couple of words, a couple of hashtags, and I shared it, right? Now, and remember, we're looking at this through your profile. So you can see the 100 people, right? 92 of them who liked it and 6 who loved it and 2 who were clapping.
Right.
So if you go through this and you look at these profiles, remember, these are people that are following me, right?
Right.
If they are, so here's somebody, if you look at Carol Lorraine, okay, conscious creativity, consulting and teaching to enhance expressions, looks like somebody that might be someone you might want to know. Would you agree?
Yes.
So you could click on her profile just for kicks, click on it, okay? So we look at it, alive with creating. Well, she would be an awesome member of your tribe, wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Conscious creating, consulting and teaching to enhance self-expression, develop intuition, self-knowledge. She's an artist. She's in Napa. So go over to where it says more. See this 3 dots and it says more?
Yep.
Now it says follow. Go to the third one, follow, click it. So now you're following her. Now,
Right.
why is that cool? Because she's going to figure out you're following her and she's probably going to look at your profile, right?
Okay.
So you could connect with her or you could follow her. So if you scroll down a little bit on hers, okay, remember we're looking at this. So you and Carol share 6 common connections,
Right.
right? So you could send her a message that says, Carol, actually found you when you liked a post that Rhonda Sher shared with Mark Cuban. Looks like we have a few connections in common
Let's
and
connect.
would love to connect.
Right.
Best regards, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
So, and this is using the free version. You're not even using the paid version. And look what you did. You just found all these people that you could connect with based on looking at either who liked your posts or who liked your connections post. Does that make sense?
It does. Now, quick question I have for you is that so the reposting, how does that give you more reach than does just an original post?
Because it didn't really matter. I shared somebody else's post, right?
Mm-hmm.
But my list might not be following the person whose post I'm sharing, right?
Right.
For them, it's the first time they've ever seen it. It's like, wow, this is cool.
Okay.
They could turn around and follow Strati, who's the guy whose post it was, right?
Yeah.
Or just basically say, well, Rhonda's sharing some pretty cool stuff. So they're just going to keep following me. They're part of my tribe, right? But, a lot of people struggle and they go, well, where do I find good stuff to post?
Oh,
And who
it's
should I
just
follow?
engagement. It's a simple way of engaging, even if you don't have the content, it's still content.
Exactly.
Okay.
So let's jump back to my profile for a sec.
Let's go back. Okay.
Let's close that part and let's just scroll down a little. Okay. So this is what I did today. 7 hours ago, I put Mr. Rogers. Who could say it better, right? And there's Mr. Rogers. Now I did this from my phone. Really, it's not like I did anything creative. You can see I didn't cut, I didn't crop the picture. I just basically took the picture from my phone. Now scroll down, okay, a little bit, and look at that. Okay, you can't see the number of views because unless it's on your profile, but I had 29 likes and 4 comments. Okay. So when you post every single day, I've gotten as high as almost 10,000 views.
Wow.
59 reshares, okay? And the likes in the hundreds. And if you scroll down, there's one that I put on here the other day that got a lot of views.
Everybody loves Gary.
Yep, so follow and just reshare Gary. Not this one, keep going. It was, this is it. Okay, so scroll up.
Funny one.
So one of the slides I use in my presentations is I have a picture of a little kid with a CVS receipt, right?
Uh-huh.
And I basically say, your profile should look like a CVS receipt. It just keeps going and going, and it's got really valuable information. So what I put was, since I have said your LinkedIn profile should be like a CVS receipt as it goes on and on, with great value. I saw this and thought it would be a good Sunday smile, right? Cute picture. Keep going, go down.
It's relevant.
With the times. Oops, I want you to see how many likes there were. So there we go. So 81 likes, 13 comments, and I think I was over 3,000 views.
That's incredible.
And I got this from Facebook. Okay.
Yes, that's where I saw it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, literally my whole goal is to engage with my tribe, right?
Yes.
And what I really am doing is I'm prospecting, because now I can look at the 81 people that like this and reach out to them. And one of the really cool ways to do it, and it's a little bit advanced, but not terribly, is I send videos. So I will send somebody a video and I would say, hey, Maureen, I wouldn't even say your name, okay, because I'm lazy, right? So I only do it once, right? I go, hi, thank you so much for liking my post with the CVS toilet paper roll. Hope you got a smile out of it. And then I might say something like, we've been connected for a while, but we've never even had a conversation. Love to know what's up in your business and have a conversation. Let's make it a no sales zone. Here's a link to my calendar.
I love that.
Remember when I said you could book 2 to 10 appointments, right?
Yeah.
All I did was post and then follow up with the people that liked my post.
And you reshared post. How fabulous is that?
So it's just kind of cool. So let's jump back to your profile.
Okay. So let me ask you this. How minimally you're posting daily, right?
Yes, I'm posting every day and I'm sharing every day.
Okay.
And I'm liking somebody else's post. So I do 3 things. I post, I like somebody else's post, and usually I'll comment, and then I share. Okay. If that takes you, if you're extremely slow, 10 minutes. Okay. And really one of the easiest things to do is, if you can't figure out where to get stuff to post, use your phone. There's a million apps that have quotes, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just do it from your phone. You could be waiting, don't do it at a red light. That's a little dangerous. Okay. But, anywhere that you just happen to be waiting around, just kind of put it in your phone as a reminder. And okay, it's 8 a.m. You do your post. Really easy.
Right.
And by the way, when you post on a Sunday, and I just found this out through trial and error, you get about 3 to 4 times the engagement.
Really?
So,
okay, I would have thought the opposite, that people wouldn't be that, but I guess people are now at a time when they have time and they're catching up.
94% of B2B marketers get their content from LinkedIn. 94%. So, people look on LinkedIn, to see what's going on.
Right.
So let's scroll down a little bit further on yours.
This is so great, Rhonda. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's just so much fun.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so let's look at your experience section. Okay.
And I need to update this as well.
So, founder, Power of the Tribe Female Empowerment Group. I have no idea what that is.
No.
It doesn't tell me anything. And I'm sure you have so many people that could give you amazing testimonials, video testimonials, right?
Yes.
So whenever anybody says something nice, right? I'm with them and they hear me speak, or, we're doing something, I'll say, oh my gosh, my kids never say anything that nice. Would you mind if I recorded that? And I take out my phone, I get permission, and I say your name, okay? And then just basically tell me what you do, and then tell me what your experience was working with me. And then I upload that to Vimeo, right? Or YouTube. Right. And then I put it right underneath on my profile. You have all this space to do that. So we look and we see founder. Well, what is that? I want to know. And then on the mark, estate sales and appraisals. Okay, you're not doing that now, correct?
No.
So you might want to put what it was, but you don't want to go into too much detail.
It doesn't even need to be there, does it?
No, it does, because otherwise it looks like you didn't do anything before 2019.
Okay.
So let's scroll down to education. Okay. And
this is not updated either.
Well, you have an MA, so
F2.
you might want to, put that after, yeah. So you might want to put that after your name. They don't, last time I looked, they don't actually give those out. You have to actually work for them.
Yeah.
So, you want to put your credentials there, right?
Okay.
And then, maybe you took some other courses, you took some other education.
So that's a quick question there. So all my leadership training and coaching and actually train now becoming a trainer in this that's would all go there.
Well, there's two places. So you can
Okay.
either put it under education, okay,
Right.
and it's really just a personal choice. And the other place that you could put it is under courses. There's a separate section for coursework.
Okay.
So you can actually put it under courses.
Okay.
So it's really whatever you want to put.
Okay.
Okay. And then for skills and endorsements, the first three are the most important. So for you, I would change all of that
Yes.
because it's not relevant to what you're currently doing. And you want to get to 99 in every category. So flip over to mine for a second and I'll show you.
Okay.
Because you can add 50 skills, okay? However, what you really want to do is focus on the first three because, again, it's what people see, right?
Good school, Rhonda.
UMass Amherst, yeah. You won't find the year though, because I'll never tell anybody. Not funny.
I love
Okay.
you.
Okay, so let's go down a little bit further to where are we? Skills. Okay. So if you see skills and endorsements, the first one is LinkedIn training, the second one is LinkedIn, and the third one is LinkedIn marketing. So just for giggles, click on LinkedIn training, click on the plus sign. Okay. So now it says, how good is Rhonda at LinkedIn training? So you pick good, very good, highly skilled. Okay. And now it's going to say, how do you know me? So you're going to pick, you can say we work together because we are working together.
Here we are.
Okay. And then you submit. Now watch what happens. So now you're going to be the most recent one that's going to show up there.
You
I don't
know
know why.
Steven?
He
Isn't
he
he
endorsed.
lovely?
Yeah, I mean, people endorse me all the time, and if you actually, I wonder if you can see the number because the number is pretty high. The 99 plus, you can actually see, and then it tells you.
Oh, what a difference.
So now you can see 552 people endorsed me for LinkedIn training.
That's fabulous.
So, why is that important? Because that goes to credibility.
That's credibility.
Right?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you want to look at that. That's one of the things that's really important. And you notice that the first three are the ones that show up, and then, most people just endorse for the first three. So how do you get endorsements? You
Yes.
give them. You just give them.
Okay.
And
Well, I started today.
most people are thrilled when you give them an endorsement. Okay.
I love that.
So let's scroll down just a little bit while we're still here, because I know we don't have a lot of time. So let's talk about recommendations for a second. Okay.
I don't even think I have any.
So if you look at recommendations, number one, you want to look at the date. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So are they recent? So Sarah was March 4th. Robert was he was just recently.
Okay.
And I've received 82. Okay. And I've given, how many have I given? I don't remember. 62. You want that number to balance out. Okay. And why do you want to look at recommendations? Because you can click over to the profile of the person who did the recommendation. So click on Sarah. Okay.
Oh, she's lovely.
She is lovely. And it says keynote speaker, motivational speaker for organizations and associates, group coaching, leadership, right?
Right.
Her contact information, her colors, great photo. So if somebody writes a recommendation, you probably want to go look at them.
Absolutely.
Right? Other than just.
Oh, there you go. Another form of engagement.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. So in reality, so let's go back to yours for a sec. Go back
to and someone, okay, the light bulb went on. So someone had asked, Stephen, actually, I worked with Stephen, and Stephen was the first person to look at my profile with, again, another generous leader. He said, can you give me a recommendation? So I went and I put it, in the message, but I guess I didn't realize what he was asking. Now I know.
Yep. There you
Okay.
go.
Okay.
So there's so many cool things that you can do with this. And what the whole point is, go back to your profile for a sec,
Okay.
is you want to be able to answer these questions. Does your profile tell people who you are, what you do, who you work with, the services that you offer, how to reach you, and what other people think about what you do? Does it have all your contact information? Does it tell people, uh, what you've been up to? So, in other words, are you posting, right?
Okay.
Does it have recommendations? It's really important that when somebody comes to your profile, the only reason that they wouldn't want to engage with you is they don't like you. You literally take all the objections off the table, right?
Uh-huh.
And you want to, what I find that a lot of people do, and this is a real challenge, is they want to be everything to everybody. And you can't.
No.
I don't work with job hunters, but I have somebody that I refer to who's amazing that works with job hunters. And so I refer those people. You
Okay.
want to let people know who's your market and how do you serve them, right? It's always coming from a place of service.
Absolutely.
And then the other thing, and this is also a big mistake that I see, is that people just hit connect. What they don't do is send a personal message. And whether you're on a mobile device or you're on a desktop, you always want to personalize the connection request. Because, how did they know that they met you somewhere? You have somebody in common, whatever it happens to be. So always personalize the connection request. And then when somebody accepts your connection request, send them a thank you note. If you don't, it just falls into dead air.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you send a thank you note to say, hey, thank you so much for connecting. Let me tell you a little bit about me. Love to know more about you. And you personalize that, so you start to engage.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yes, absolutely.
What questions do you have? I know in a half hour, it just goes by in a millisecond. It's like
This
drinking
is
from a fire hose.
yeah, and you're so this is so helpful and so fabulous. Okay, so as far as quick thing when you're talking about content for LinkedIn, and I had asked you that previously. So it can are videos always,
Videos are great.
okay,
Videos are great, but what I recommend with videos are that you use closed caption with them. And the reason is, think about it. Most people that play a video are not someplace where they can play the sound. So what they'll do is they'll turn the sound down, but they'll want to read what's going across on the video.
interesting.
So make sure that, your videos aren't too long. And also, don't put a YouTube video as a post on LinkedIn. It's actually not going to get very high views because LinkedIn doesn't like that. So there are ways, if you're going to post something from YouTube, there is an app that you can use that downloads the video from YouTube and puts it into a different format so that you can post it on LinkedIn.
Okay. Yeah, no, they
Okay.
don't play nice. I have found that.
Right, exactly. So video, pictures, with words, memes, all of that, great stuff to post. The rule I like to go with is the 80-20 rule.
Okay.
80% is inspirational, motivational, 20% is related to business.
Okay.
The 80-20 rule really works.
And so then as a planner, do you use a planner, and what planner do you like?
When you say a planner, what do you mean? Are you talking about like Hootsuite or one of those?
Yes.
I don't use those. Believe it or not, I don't use it. I manually, if I was going to recommend one, I would say use Hootsuite. Okay. I just, I make this part of my day. And in fact, I have a practice that I teach, and it's called 10 before 10. And what that is reaching out to 10 people before 10 a.m. every day.
All right.
So, if you like, share, comment, and post every day. You reach out to 10 people before 10 a.m. You make sure your profile is upgraded, optimized. You're showing up as your best self, right?
Yep.
You're giving recommendations, you're getting recommendations. A cool thing to do is a lot of times on the older ones, they don't do it now, but you could see where people's birthdays are, right?
Right.
And literally, I think I got last year. I can't even tell you how many happy birthdays I got. So I send out birthday messages to people,
Okay.
and what is so amazing about that is people love it. Like, it's really, really one of the best things that you can do because everybody wants to be acknowledged.
Yes.
So, take the time to, if you see somebody got a new job or that's their birthday, acknowledge them. Take that time. It's a really cool thing to do.
Okay. Hey, wow, this is so much. We may have to do a part two at some later
It's
date.
like drinking from a fire hose. I know.
Okay, great. You're so fabulous.
Oh, so are you. Takes one to know one.
Okay. Any last words? And what are you up to?
So I'm doing a lot of speaking, or I was until all of this stuff happened. But I am doing a lot of webinars. I work with companies, I work with individuals, I work with coaches. And the thing that I do, for a lot of people is I do what I call a LinkedIn audit. Kind of what we did with you.
Right.
So I spend a half hour with people on Zoom, and I literally show them, how do you change your privacy settings, and what could you do, and how could you do it? I'm not going to do it for them, but in a half an hour, wow, I guess it's the equivalent of kind of going to your hairdresser and getting your bangs cut and the grays touched up, right? You're not getting like the whole 9 yards, but you're just getting kind of a little mini touch up, right? So that's something that I do a lot of. And then, from there, some people want me to work with them and do the whole profile makeover and the coaching and the consulting. And that's what I do. So, for me, I love jumping on webinars. I just did a webinar for the certified divorce coaches. I did that Monday morning. There were 40 or 50 coaches, and I created a webinar specifically for them, teaching these amazing divorce coaches how to leverage this platform to go find more clients.
Well, how creative too, though, because their clients need their profiles updated.
They do, and they're getting referrals from attorneys and from therapists and some end users. So, what I've really been up to is just finding those people that I can, share this information with and then help them to literally get the 2 to 10 appointments a week that they can turn into clients.
Love that. Okay.
Yeah, and there's a free LinkedIn planner people can get just by going to Rhonda, RHONDA, SHER.com, or just connect with me on LinkedIn. That would be another thing that would be awesome.
Okay, good. We'll definitely have your link, and um, maybe the planner would be the gift then. But
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
right. Listen, it's been delightful, and we're neighbors, so we get
Yep.
to connect, and I just love this. And
Me
all right,
too.
so
Thanks so much.
all right, I will see you soon.
Yes, absolutely. As soon as we get out of quarantine, I'll be in San Diego.
All right, let's stop the share, and all right, thank
Cool.
you.
You're welcome. Thanks so much. All right, we will talk soon.
Bye.